Service. What is up, listeners? Welcome back to another episode of the Full Service Podcast. I am Tank Smith, your host. Today is episode 72. Thanks for being here. Shout out to my guest from last week, Mia Lee. Mia, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. That was so much fun. If you have not yet, check out last week's episode. Make sure you are following Mia. She is on Twitter at Mia Lee NYC. As always, you can find us on Twitter, on Instagram at Full Service Pod. I'm at Tank Funkadelic. If you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Full Service Pod. You'll be able to hear episodes and interviews you cannot hear anywhere else. Our monthly Patreon exclusive episode just dropped last week, so if you want to check it out, patreon.com/Full Service Pod. If you enjoy the show, make sure you are subscribed on whatever platform you're listening to us on. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, that follow button. You'll be alerted as soon as those new episodes drop. If you're coming to us on an iPhone, if you got the old iTunes, ooh boy, make sure you hit us with a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Ratings and reviews help so much for visibility for the show. If you want to write a review, I will read it on air. It's a good time. I will enjoy reading it so much. Today, episode 72, super excited. My guest is an Atlanta, Nashville, and Chicago-based companion, Amori Bordeaux. We sat down, I guess it was like last week. So much fun. She recently got back from Dubai. We discuss her trip to Dubai. We talk about her start in sex work sugaring, the Sugar Bowl, her journey into companionship, the sex work community on Twitter, working with clients with disabilities, establishing boundaries, her love of travel, and so much fun. Amori, I really appreciate you coming on the podcast. Make sure you are following her. She is on Twitter, on Instagram, at Amori B. That is Amori B-E-E. I will have a link to her Twitter, her Instagram in the show notes, in the Libsyn page. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you're following her. So much fun. Super excited for y'all to hear this. I'm going to stop talking. I hope you enjoy my interview with Amori Bordeaux. Thanks. Welcome back, listeners. It's Tank Smith. I'm so excited for today's episode. My guest is an Atlanta, Nashville, Chicago-based companion, Amori Bordeaux. Amori, thanks for being on the podcast.
Well, yes, thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, I'm excited. This is great. Hell yeah. Listeners, we are in Atlanta right now. Amori, I know you're Chicago, Nashville, Atlanta. What's out of the three cities, what's the favorite? What's the go-to?
I have to give my love to the Nashville gents.
Oh, shit.
Every time I go there, they really, really take care of me out there.
Sweet.
And it's just beautiful, honestly. All of the music, all of the Elvis stories that I hear is great. All the whiskey stories that I hear, it's really awesome to come to Nashville and just say hello.
Hell yeah! I never been to Nashville. Like, what's
Oh, you gotta go.
What's the thing to do? What's something to do in Nashville?
The steakhouse downtown that has the music all around it. I can't remember what it's called, but I think Kanye West also has a steakhouse in Nashville too.
Really? Okay.
So the steakhouses, and to listen to the different music, the live bands that they have down there, it's really something to see.
Damn. Did you like? I was I guess they just had that like bomb on Christmas. That was wild.
I had to reach out to a lot of my good people, and I told them, my prayers are with you. It was a scary situation. I'm just happy that majority of the people were okay.
Yeah, that was scary for a second.
Yeah.
I know you recently got back from Dubai.
Yeah, a little bit jet lag right now.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. I am going to be struggling for the next couple of days. But yeah, Dubai was great. I spent a week there. I didn't want to leave. Almost extended. I do realize that now I want to stay in a different country every winter month. I think that should become a tradition of mine. It just felt so good to breathe some different air.
Yeah. How's Dubai? How is it?
It's beautiful. Right now it is their coldest month, so you're looking at about 75 degrees.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, 75 degrees every day. And then at night it's like 50, but it's not cold. It's just, it's so breezy. And
I was going to be like, are people
feels
wearing
great.
short sleeves, but they're not really.
You know, they are.
People
Yeah, short skirts and
Really?
short dresses. When I first went to Dubai, I was nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get arrested. My stuff is too short. I have too much cleavage going on. And then when I went down there, they dressed kind of like Americans.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh, shit.
it worked out. Yeah.
United Arab Emirates. What up? I gotta check it out.
Yeah. Put it on your list for sure.
All I think of when like I think of Dubai is that like basically like palm tree island thing they have.
Well, it's definitely like Miami and Vegas on steroids.
Really?
Like,
Do they have gambling in Dubai? Do you know?
I don't think so. If
Okay.
they do, I haven't been to the casino, but everything is big. Like, all the buildings are big. I think they're, I don't really know if they have a hierarchy or whatever their government system is. Their person wants everything record breaking.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they have
Yeah.
the longest zip line. They have the tallest building in the world. Like, it's just extravagant. Their cars, you easily are going to see a Rolls Royce just while you're walking down the street. They're going to be different colors, Lamborghinis, whatever your favorite sports car is, you're going to see it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I know they do have the tallest building in the world. Like I think Tom Cruise in one of those Mission Impossible movies,
Yeah.
like jumps off it or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like 147 floors.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I went previous time that I went to Dubai. I actually had dinner there, and it was nice. It was because you get to see pretty much all of Dubai. You see these big gigantic buildings, and then on the other side you just see desert. Like it's weird, but
That's
it's
incredible.
really nice. Yeah.
I was gonna be like, how is it being a black person in Dubai? How is that? Is it any like?
You know, I feel more comfortable in Dubai
Yeah.
than I do in America because it's not like that. And there's so many other brown people around you. You
Yeah.
really just fit in. And everybody's trying to tan.
Yeah.
So they're going to look like us anyway. So
Oh, shit.
it's nice. I like it. I don't have to worry about anything. I think it's a safe country. I lost my phone, but let me tell a story quickly.
Oh shit.
So I lost my phone in the cab. And so we really had to work something out so we can get the phone back because obviously I'm in another state
Yeah.
or another country. And we ended up getting it back. It took like 2 hours,
Damn.
but it was safe, no harm. The guy was back at home, so we had to pay him to come back to his taxi base, get his taxi, and then drive over to us.
Oh wow.
And he returned my phone safe and sound, and that was amazing.
That's
If
incredible.
that happened in the U.S., I never would have got it back.
Oh hell no. No. They just
So,
they just pawned your phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's amazing. I kind of want to go.
Yeah,
I want to go now based
yeah.
on.
I think you should.
Fuck yeah. I know you on your website it mentions that at one point you wanted to be a flight attendant. Did you ever pursue that at all?
Yes, I did want to be a flight attendant. I tried for several years, and it was just hard trying to pass those interviews via Skype. You're looking at yourself, and you're trying to think of all these answers in less than 5 minutes, and you don't know the question, and it was so tough for me.
Yeah.
So I just, went forward with getting my bachelor's degree, and I was like, if that's going to come into fruition, I'll just let it come whenever it comes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the pandemic happened. I was like, actually not. So
Yeah.
won't be going back to that ambition. I'll let that go.
Yeah, my friend, one of my best friends, his wife is a flight attendant. She works for Delta, and they all got a lot of people got furloughed.
Oh, nice.
During the.
Oh no, that's not
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Wait a minute. So they got furloughed. Okay.
They still got insurance though, so it's
Yeah,
that's
okay.
still good.
like a paid vacation,
Yeah.
kind of. Okay.
Yeah. They're having a baby, so it actually worked out perfectly.
Oh,
so,
nice.
hell yeah.
Yeah, this is the best time to do it. You don't know when you're really going back. So
Yeah.
you might as well do whatever you wanted to do throughout this time. Do it right now. Start a business, have a baby, whatever.
Yeah, this is the
Do it all.
time. Everything's in limbo.
Yes. Yes.
Hell yeah. What's something you're passionate about? What's something you like to do? What's something you're passionate about?
I like to travel. If I could go to a different country or a different state every day, I would.
Yeah.
I like planning my escapes. Like running through the airport and
Home Alone 2. That's what I think of, running through the airport.
yeah, I'm one of those people that get there 30 minutes before it's about to leave me.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm pretty bad about it. And then the other thing I like to sleep. That's my other passion. Oh, I love some Z's. My family is what I'm passionate about, so everything that I do is about them. And yeah, that's probably my top 3.
Fuck yeah. Sleeping, travel, family.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's it.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Maury, I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for having me, Ting.
Hell yeah. Can you remember your first exposure to sex work, you think?
Yes, I moved to Atlanta
Okay.
in 2016, and I was really just getting on Facebook and adding a bunch of different people, trying to figure out what community and what group of people I fit in with. And I met this girl who was a sugar baby.
Okay.
And I didn't know what that was, just coming from a religious background and coming from Chicago. I had never heard of a sugar baby. So she asked me if I'd like to go to the Sugar Bowl with her.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I don't really watch football like that.
Yeah.
Like,
That is a good answer, though. Like, that is.
Yeah.
I would have been thinking the same thing.
I'm like, I don't really watch football like that. It's too many people on the field. I can't watch the ball. And she was like, no, that's not what a Sugar Bowl is. And I was like, oh, well, what is it? And she, gave the explanation. A sugar baby is, a younger woman dating an older man. And I was like, I don't think that's for me. And I kind of did judge her. I apologized later. But I did judge her initially. But in 2017, I did dabble into the sugar world. And I got my first SD off of Craigslist. And
Okay.
it kind of developed from there. I went down a rabbit hole of sex work.
Yeah. When she said Sugar Bowl, did she ever explain what that was it like a group of dudes so you could go meet? Like, I'm curious what the Sugar Bowl is.
Yeah, so the meeting, it was kind of like a seeking arrangements meeting,
Okay.
Yes, they used to have those meetings and they would come to Atlanta, and I went to one actually later on down the line, and you just sit in this room and you listen to them talk.
Really?
And personally, I don't think it's all that great.
Yeah.
But you do see the levels. You see the levels of women that have really developed and have really gotten to these upper echelon circles, and they are very polished. And then you see the ones that are trying to figure it out, and it was like a hierarchy of women in there, and I was just like, wow. And when I saw those polished women, I was just like, I want to be like them.
Yeah.
It would just, their aesthetic was nice. And now that I am a companion, it's a lot more easy to get there.
Yeah. Is it was it the women talking or the guys talking?
It was mostly the women. They had a man there, but he was, I don't.
That's so interesting. I've never heard the Sugar Bowl before. I'm like, I'm so interested. Oh, no.
Yeah. The guy there, he was really, he wasn't saying a lot. The thing with the Sugar Bowl, I want people to be honest so that we can really get down to the bottom of what really happens.
Yeah.
And I think he was very coy. And I'm just like, okay, so what is it really? What do you like? Like, I wanted to get down to the nitty gritty, and that's what we missed.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, I probably don't want to do that again. But
yeah,
it was a nice little journey through the gateway of sex work and to be a sugar baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your, I guess, transition from just being a sugar baby and I think I kind of want to make the move into becoming a companion? How was that?
So when I was a sugar baby, I had a gentleman that I was with for about 3.5 years on and off. And there were times where I didn't really have it all together financially. So when he left, it kind of left me in a deficit because I was just like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
I'm working at this job, I'm working at this 9 to 5, and it is not making me a lot of money where I can save or have any luxuries in life.
Yeah.
He was giving me those luxuries and he was allowing me to save. And when he left that final time, I just said, you know what, I have to find something else. So I went towards the rub community.
Okay.
So I was a rub girl.
Okay.
I'm still a rub girl. I love giving massages. I think that is the most sensuous part of sex work that I just...
Massages are great.
Yeah.
I've said it before. A good massage will change your life.
Yes. And I have the milking table, and it's just,
it's
so much fun.
The milking table.
Yes, it's so much fun. So I was doing this, and then a good friend of mine told me, like, oh, why don't you just join companionship anyway? You're really dabbling. We're all in the same business. And I was like, I could do that. So when the pandemic hit and I wasn't doing massages anymore, I told her, I was like, okay, let's jumpstart this and let's make a website. That website took me 2.5 months, but it paid off.
Hell yeah. Do you feel like the website helped? Like having a website helped your business?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hell yeah. Did you, before like getting into like massage, like starting massage, did you have any like preconceived idea of what you thought that was going to be going in? Or just like, I can do massage, let's try to do it? Do you have like a preconceived idea?
I didn't have a preconceived idea. I kind of just went on YouTube and I typed up Nuru.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, she's in a bikini, probably not going to have that. And then I saw that they use their body to do the massage, and I really like that. And being a busty woman, I think it really jumpstart my business.
Yeah.
So I love giving the massages, and the YouTube really helps me. And now I kind of feel, as I have been in it for quite some time, that I want to give a better massage. Like, we're doing body rubs, but I think that massage aspect and being good and trying to target those painful areas or areas where people really just need that relaxation and tissue and transit. I want to get into that.
Okay.
I think that would make me a more well-rounded body rub girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What do you think you're, like, starting out in sex work, what do you think your biggest challenge was starting out?
I think my biggest challenge is that I am monogamous at heart. So when I see all of these different gents, it's really tough for me to get out of my head.
Okay.
I am. I'm monogamous. Even doing the body rubs, I have regulars that I see pretty much all the time, and it helps to build that connection a lot easier than to see all of these multitude of people, and I'm struggling to remember names.
Oh, okay.
So it really just takes me out of my comfort zone, but I'll get better.
Yeah. What do you think the most important thing you learned starting out was?
Safety.
Yeah.
And the power in no. Like, it's really hard for me to establish boundaries. I think I'm really, really sweet, but I also think sometimes I have to draw a line.
Yeah.
And that line is tough, especially for a 20-year-old. It just you don't know what those are.
Yeah.
And what they look like and how to word it so that you're not coming off aggressive, but you are, just stating where you stand.
Yeah.
So that's been tough, but I'm learning about it.
Yeah, especially I feel like just being like a younger person just in general, like not even like sex work related, like having somebody older try to like tell you to do something or just like establishing like yourself as a person and being like, no, this is not okay.
Yeah.
To an older person, I feel like that's kind of hard to do.
Yes.
And even more so importantly, I guess, in sex work.
Yes. And there's a saving aspect. Like, some men, they come into your life and they want to save you from it. And I'm just like, I like it.
Yeah.
I had to get comfortable with saying I'm comfortable with this and I'm okay with this. I don't need you to sway my ideology into anything else that you feel it should go or how it should be. You can keep it to yourself. I got this. So,
I've heard a lot of people say that same thing to where dudes are like, "Oh my god, like, oh, are you okay? Like, what? Like, I like this.
Right.
I enjoy this work. What do you like?"
And it's so much. It's fun. I've met so many different women, and I think that's the best part. Like, these women, they're just amazing. Like, I just feel like I'm in my element. I feel like we have our own little breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
On Twitter, and it's fun.
Hell yeah! How do you like the Twitter community, like the sex?
Twitter is hard. Yeah. Twitter is so so hard. Just trying to build a connection with everybody and be happy and friendly, and you have to know what to say and when to say and how to say, and it's fun when you get into the retweet groups and you try to learn them and you're having shared laughs and talking about your experiences. It's so much fun to really be able to connect at that point. Then when it goes beyond that and you actually become friends and your friend is in Dubai and you're there too, it's so much fun.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your Twitter has definitely like helped your business grow?
I think so. I think Twitter, if not brought clientele, I think it makes my personality come out.
Okay,
because other than putting up our ads, how else are we showing our personality? Other than the websites too, how else are we showing our personality? It's only so much words we can put on there that people will actually read. So I think Twitter is great for those 140 characters to really get yourself out there.
Yeah, because you really can. You can see someone's personality, what they like, what they don't like, who they're friends with, just like based off Twitter. So
it's a lot easier.
Yeah,
and it verifies you too instead of saying, "Oh, let me send you this individual picture." Like it shows that you are a real person.
Yeah, especially you're posting a lot. It's like this is a real person.
Yeah,
that's cool. Mm-hmm. Do people in your life know about your job?
No, I have tried very hard to keep my family safe.
Okay.
I feel if I give my identity, that puts them in jeopardy. So it's no longer about me. If I could show my face tomorrow, I would. But because of my family, I want to make sure that is not hunting them.
Yeah.
I'll take the full responsibility of the hunting once they have moved on and I put them in like Cuba or something. Yeah. then I'll show my face and I move them out of the States and they can no longer be contacted. Yeah. So but it's hard. It's hard because when your parents don't know what you do or your family doesn't know what you do, you have to find that support system somewhere else. And I think that's where the women that I meet on Twitter, I think that's where they come in for me.
Yeah.
Because some of us, we just don't have it. We don't have that support system at home.
Yeah, I was going to say, how is it being able to talk to somebody about work? Like, do you have somebody you're able to talk to, vent to about work?
Yes. So one of my wonderful, wonderful companion friends, Naomi Navu, she has really been my shoulder to cry on.
Hell yeah.
And she helps me get in the business. She helps me navigate the business. She helps me when I'm crying about the business. She is there. That has been my support team for about 2 years.
Okay.
Since entering sex work, period. And I got to be just grateful eternally for her.
Yeah. How is it having somebody to talk to? Like, do you feel like do you feel like having somebody to talk to is like vital?
Yes. You have to have somebody to talk to. Just like anything else, anything else in life, you have to have somebody to talk to, whether it's a relationship, family, friend, job. You got to have that outlet. Other than that, you bottle it all up and it's not healthy for you.
Yeah.
So it's vital for, I need a therapist too. You need as many people as possible to keep you level-headed and grounded.
I've said this before on the podcast, but it's like, I do stand-up, right? And I'm like, if I have a comedy-related problem, I want to talk to somebody that's a comedian because they know what I'm going through, and I can talk to them about this thing, because nobody really else is going to be able to understand that than somebody who's doing the same thing that I'm doing, and that shit's great. It's nice. I like it. Yeah. Nice. Do you feel like you have an average clientele that contacts you to see you?
I think my clientele base is middle-aged white men.
Okay.
And I also think some kind of way I have attracted those that have mental disabilities or intellectual disabilities.
Okay.
I've met someone that has autism.
Oh, okay, nice.
And being that I have a background in those that have developmental disabilities, that was fun. I had a ball.
Hell yeah. How is it working with people that have disabilities? Seeing like clients have disabilities, how is it?
That was great. Because I've never seen it in that way. I've only seen them in group homes. So for them to be able to make their own decisions finally and to actually see them in a world it was nice.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like this is the other side of it. And I kind of felt honored. It was just like, wow, I got picked.
That's the fuck yeah.
So, and I just always ask consent. I'm asking consent at least 100 times in that room because I just want to make sure that they understand and they are enjoying themselves and they are having a voice in my room. So, yeah, it's a powerful session, I'd say.
Hell yeah. Like one of my buddies, like his older brother, I don't think he's like OCD and has like Tourette's. And I'm like, and he like wants to see somebody, you know, and I tell my buddy, and I'm like, dude, you gotta get him to see a companion. Like that I feel like would be so good for him, you know. It's such a safe place, and you're a professional. You know how to like make somebody feel good, and I feel like that'd be such a like, yeah, just go do it. Everybody out there, I feel like everybody should be doing it. I don't know.
Yes.
Do you feel like when people reach out to you to contact you, they know what they're doing? Like they correctly know how to contact you to book you?
No, I get a lot of hey. And I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with that hey. Yeah. Or I'll have people that contact me and I guess I may be the only person that doesn't like the hey baby.
Okay.
Like, make it personal. If you're going to contact us, make it personal.
Yeah.
Because that puts my guard down. Our guard is constantly up because we get these people that are great and then we get these people that are not so great. So because we can't distinguish that when you contact us, make it personal. Yeah. Hey, Amori, you know, I'm trying to see you. This is the date. This is the time. Make it easier on me. And then I make it easier on you in turn. Yeah. And my system is really easy. Send the form, send a deposit, we're out. Like, you know,
let's go.
It can be 10 minutes or less. Yeah. If you make it personal. And if you got a joke or something that you want to throw in there, throw a joke in there. If it's awkward for you to contact the provider or you're not sure what she's going to say, make it nice and cute and funny. Something.
Differentiate yourself. You
right.
Know? Hell
right.
Yeah. How do you feel about like reviews? Do you feel like they're beneficial or harmful as a provider? What do you think?
As a provider that was starting out, I think I did need a review. And I say that because just coming from the body rubs, reviews matter. Okay. Right? So I like the reviews, but I would like men to be a little bit more mysterious when they talk. Like, yeah, you know, it's nice to put it all out there, but it's also nice to leave a little bit of imagination. Yeah. So, but ultimately, I think they're great. I like my reviews. Yeah. It makes me, again, verifiable, you know? Yeah. So, yeah.
Do you feel any pressure in a session to live up to clients' expectations at all? Like, because of the review system at all?
No. I think the men that have given me reviews they're not over the top. I think they're pretty truthful is what I'm saying. So it's nothing for me to just replicate the same thing. Now, if somebody was to give me a review and it was like, oh, she offered me this rainbow at the door and she had my favorite drinks on a silver platter, then we might have a problem. Yeah. So I think the truthfulness helps to maintain the expectation across the board.
Dude comes in, he's like, no rainbow, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
I read about a rainbow. I don't feel good anymore.
Right.
I don't feel special. Going back to Dubai, right? How does that happen? How does go to Dubai? Like, I feel like a lot of people advertise fly me to use. I feel like it's one thing to like, I'm going to fly to California to see somebody, right? How is like I feel like going halfway around the world to see somebody is like a little bit different. How does the Dubai happen? How does that happen?
I got lucky. I met this gentleman before I became Amori, and I have since told him, you know, hey, I'm Amori, you know, don't. Yeah. This is my name now. So, and I've been honest. I think being honest, and I think just being yourself when it comes to these fly me to yous has helped. and I want more fly me to use out of the country. I would love them to be in the country, but I really want to get to like Asia and Thailand and Bali, Indonesia. I want to China. I want to get to all of those places. I don't mind those travels.
Yeah.
But jet lag is something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met this gentleman before I became Amori, and he has this company in different parts of the world.
Okay.
And he goes to Dubai every year, and he was just like, come along. And I was like, okay. Had no objections from me. Like, it's a 19-hour flight.
19 hours, wow.
Just between, because you have to fly from Atlanta to New York or Paris. There has to be a stop. And then you have the layovers, and then you go onto the flight to Dubai. And Dubai alone, that flight is at least 13.
Oh, God.
And my goodness, it's tough. It's a tough flight.
Does the plane have one of those sleep beds?
Yes, on Emirates, I fly either business class or first class.
Okay.
And you are able to relax, but sometimes that turbulence is not the most easiest thing. And then with the pandemic, they only have one flight going out. So if you don't get a flight that is in the morning or at night, if you don't get a flight that's at night, you're going to have some struggles. And that's why I'm having such huge jet lag, because my flight was at 8 a.m. Dubai time, and it just is throwing off everything.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna have to retrain my body. It can be a little tough, but as long as you have a night flight, you should be okay.
Okay.
Sleep as much as you can. Bring some sleeping pills, 3 or 4 of them if you can, and have some wine later on. Like, sleep, and then, get all of the sleeping pills out your system, have some wine, and then go to sleep. And then when you wake up again, have another sleeping pill.
That's the way to do it.
Yes. It's tough.
I know we're currently in a pandemic. Ooh, boy, who would have thought it?
Yes.
Has your business been affected at all by COVID?
The massage business was affected at the beginning. I think that's why I jumped head first into the companionship, to kind of get my feet wet. And since the pandemic has started, I don't think there's much change.
Oh, nice.
I think everyone has just taken their own responsibility of themselves. So I have ginger and turmeric that I drink. I have emergency that I drink. I just level up on juices and vitamin C to make sure that I am taking care of myself. And I also do the COVID test. Yeah. And I leave whomever to their responsibility to, keep themselves safe. And from there, I think we can strive through this and push through this.
Hell yeah. I know a lot of people have turned to like online sex work, whether that be OnlyFans or whatever, during the pandemic. Have you done any online sex work at all during this time?
I was thinking about OnlyFans, but I don't think I have the drive. Those women, content creators, my heart goes out to you, because I can't do it.
Shout out to everybody with the OnlyFans listen to the podcast. You're a goddamn champion.
Yes. I can't get up and have that many creative juices and ideas flowing. I don't have all that. I'm not a creative person. And they are coming out with costumes, and they have cosplay, and they have, it's the different things that these women are coming up with. I'm just in amazement, and they are consistent. Yeah.
Consistency is so key in like something where you're like creating content. Because people are fucking, content is king, and if you got it, people are gonna come and they want to see it.
Like, they're having video shoots and photo shoots. I get so stressed out doing the photo shoot, and they're having like 7 in 1 week. Yeah, amazing. I my heart goes out to them. I couldn't do it. It's not for me.
Does burnout ever happen for you in sex work?
No, I love the feeling of being tired. I've always been a hard worker. I've held 2 to 3 jobs at a time, 9 to 5s. I would work in the morning, and then I work at night, and then if I can squeeze something in the middle, I do it. So my family, they'll be the first to tell you that I am a Jamaican, no disrespect to those that are listening that may be of Jamaican descent, but I like to work. That's if I am working myself till I'm about to pass out, I feel like I've been productive.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's the way to, you're going to get shit done that way.
Yes. It's not enough hours in a day as it is. So if I can just cram it all in one day and keep it moving, I'm going to do it.
Fuck yeah. How has your experience as a Black woman been in sex work? Do you feel like it's any different from white providers at all?
I think it is. I think we have to work a little bit harder, but I'm okay with that. I think also too, as Black women, we have to travel more. I think staying in the States, you limit yourself.
Okay.
When I go to Dubai, it's a thing to, get these lavish purses and this extravagant jewelry. Not saying that all Black women are get it, but just when you go to these different countries and you meet these different men, the expectation is a little different. Whereas here, it's almost pulling teeth to get $1,000 from some people.
Okay.
So I think we just have to travel more. I think the differentiation between providers, whether they be Asian and white or Black, I think there is a differentiation, but I think we can definitely make up for it if we were to travel and to just get better on branding and marketing and keep striving, keep pushing forward, keep working hard.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel? So I'll see in ads, no AA, which is no Black dudes. How do you feel about the whole people that put no AA in your ad? How do you feel about that?
I don't think anyone should publicly put out that they discriminate. I think that's with anything. We give so much heat to, companies like Starbucks who are saying something out of term. We give all of this heat. It's no different for us. We have a business. This is our business. We get the heat as well. I think if you have a preference on who you see, I think you should change up your screening and see, age, sex, race, name. Once they give you your race, if you decide that is not somebody that aligns with your business brand or your piece, just, bow out gracefully. But I don't think you should put on your ads that you publicly discriminate. Yeah. I just don't think that's a good idea.
Maybe if you put no AA on your ads, more white dudes would be like, well, hey, she doesn't see my, I got to see her.
Right, but then you'll have that, but then you'll have the other side too, where a lot of providers don't want to see Trump supporters.
Okay, yeah,
so you really are, you got a line there.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, she's this way, and then they see on your Twitter that you're another way. I think it's a bit of confusion there.
Yeah, that's true. Because everybody, everybody's got their own thing that they're like, I don't like this kind of person, but this shouldn't affect my business or whatever, just based on that.
Right. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
I think you should just try to avoid it all. Politics, religion. I've always been told politics, religion, keep it out, keep it moving.
That's what my mom, at her job, they're like, religion, politics, you cannot talk about any of it.
Right. Money is green.
Yeah.
It is. Money is green. That's what every business, money is green.
I'm like, I'm a Black dude. If I have money and I want to give it to you, I'm not going to I'm not a terrible person.
It's just, I don't know. The experience doesn't have a color.
Yeah.
Butterfly.
Yeah. Have your views on sex or sexuality changed at all since starting sex work?
My views of sexuality. I've learned with sex work that women can be sexually free. Like, growing up in a religious household, I think it was always a no. Like, don't do that. Stop that. A slap on the wrist. And now that I see women being sexually liberated, I think it's just beautiful. So it has shaped my views, and I don't feel shame anymore, or I don't feel fear, or I don't feel like, oh, let me keep my body count down, Yeah. I think seeing this has really just opened up my mind to different ideas.
Oh, yeah. So. I know you said, at the beginning when that girl kind of introduced you to, sugaring.
Right, I judged her.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, ew, I thought she was absurd. And I didn't do my research. I didn't do my homework. It was just me being raised how I was raised. I couldn't understand, and I didn't want to understand. Now that I understand, I can firmly like let her know, I apologize. I'm sorry for what I said, and I'll own up to my irresponsibleness and my ignorance.
Oh yeah. How did she take it when you told her?
Oh, I met with her. We went out to lunch. Like,
Yeah.
I told her, like, girl, this is what happened. You changed my life. Like, we had like a powwow. I haven't talked to her since we've been busy, so I haven't talked to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, like her name was Peaches. Shout out to Peaches if you're listening to this, girl, because listen, okay, you helped me out. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you feel like your views on men or women have changed at all since starting sex work?
My view of women hasn't really changed. Maybe it has changed, actually. I think my views have changed with women because I see women being appreciated. I don't think I've seen that ever. It's so nice to see it on Twitter, and then when you get on Facebook, it's like,
Facebook is okay. Facebook sucks.
Yes. And then with men, also too, like you see men getting appreciated too. Mr. H has done it. Mr. M has done this. Mr. P, like it's just
Mr. P just bought me a car. Shout out to Mr. P.
It's just so nice to see, and I love in sex work that men, we accept them for who they are. So they can be honest, is what I'm saying. And they're not ashamed for it. Whereas when you go on these other sites, there's always some athlete getting exposed because he flew somebody. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just so much. And it's just a different world. And I appreciate the world. I appreciate that we're in our own little sector and everybody else can really just stay out.
Yeah. Because it really is like such a place where you're like, I can be free, I can be myself, I can be open, I can be honest. This person is not going to judge me at all.
Exactly.
And you don't get that fucking anywhere else.
Yes, I do feel it's a complete judgment-free zone. And I love it for that. We're not upholding to any other standards but the ones that we make.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it all.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
Has how you view yourself changed at all since getting into sex work?
Yes, I'm that girl now. No, I do. I feel like my confidence level is on another level. I think my confidence has always been good, but it's so much fun to be able to walk around in lingerie and you just own it. Or these photo shoots, they make you feel so pretty when you get your pictures back and the edits and all that. And then being a business owner. Yeah. I've always wanted to be a business owner. I've always been a person of leadership. And now that I'm able to do this, I love it. I've loved every minute.
Fuck yeah. What do you feel like your favorite part of the job, least favorite part of the job is?
My favorite part of the job is traveling to different places and meeting different people. My least favorite is I don't think I have a least favorite.
All positives, all pros.
Yeah, I don't think I have a least favorite. I think with every job there's pros and cons, and I'd rather be doing this than anything else. Yeah. I don't want to work at a 9-to-5. So I think that's why I don't see any cons, because from what I used to do to now, this is on a different level. Yeah. And I don't want to go back. No. So I'll accept whatever. Yeah. At this point, it's all pros.
What would you tell somebody wanting to get into, like, advice-wise, what would you tell somebody wanting to get into companionship, massage? What would you tell that person?
To do your research and to take out the idea that this is going to be easy. It's probably going to be one of the hardest things that you do. So I am helping a lady get into companionship now. Her name is Rosalind Quest.
Okay.
She is jumping off the porch still.
Hey, yeah. What up, Rosalind?
I told her, I was just like, this is not going to be easy. She's just like, I just thought they were just going to call my phone. No, it's not, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's hard. Your picture's got to be right.
Yeah.
And she just did a photo shoot. And I just want her to be ready.
Yeah.
I'm going to help her every step of the way, but it's going to be an interesting journey.
Yeah. What advice would you like? Say someone's listening to the podcast, they're a potential client, they've never seen a companion before, they kind of want to get in, they're nervous about it. Do you have any advice for that client at all?
So I would tell that client to just do it, don't overthink it, and read her website. I think the website will give any person out there some insight on who they are really looking for, and make sure that they align with you. You don't want to get a provider who you don't understand from her website.
Yeah.
If you understand and you feel like she is somebody that you can talk to, and you feel that through the words on her website, that is the person that you choose.
Fuck yeah.
So,
how long do you see yourself in sex work?
I'm probably going to be here until I'm 60,
60?
I did. I went on Twitter this morning and I saw a 60-year-old. I think she said, I think it's Captivating Corey.
Okay.
So I was adding some new followers because my timeline is looking the same, and I scrolled upon Captivating Corey, and she's 60 years old, and I was just in awe. She's giving me a run for my money, so shout out to her.
Hell yeah.
So if she could do it, I can too.
Fuck yeah. Where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
In 5 years, I hope to have some real estate property and continue in sex work. I'll be 30 at that time, so I'll have to get ready for those dirty 30 years.
The old dirty 30. I turned 30 last year, and now I hurt everywhere.
Really? I'm scared of 30. Like, I'm turning 26, and I'm just like, damn, 40 more years. Yeah. Like, I'm hurt.
That might be a me thing, though.
Yeah.
I think you'll be fine.
Well, I think for women, I think just for me, let me say that. For me, I think it's time to start lying about my age. So I'm excited about that. I get to pick a number. So. No, but
I feel like black women and Asian women can say whatever they want. It's like, I have no idea what I mean.
Yeah, probably. Like, some people have tried to convince me that 30s are the best years of your life. So we'll see.
That's what they say. I'm still waiting to find out what's up.
Right? I need to see some receipts on that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Are you a fan of stand-up comedy at all?
I am. Well, I guess a little bit. If it's on Netflix, I'll watch it.
Okay.
Basically. So, like Kevin Hart is on there, and I think I'll listen to Kevin Hart. But now that I'm here on this wonderful podcast, I guess I need to jump in and see what you have. What you got out there?
I'm gonna hit you with Instagram. I got some stuff on Instagram.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
So, do you go to the comedy stand-up sessions in Buckhead at the Buckhead Diner?
Oh, at the Punchline.
I think, yes, Punchline.
Yeah, so as of right now, they're only having like shows like on the weekend. So I've been up at the Punchline like a couple times.
Oh, okay.
But that was kind of like before this whole pandemic thing happened. Because they'd have like midweek shows. They'd have like an open mic where you could get up. So I haven't been up since like March at Buckhead Diner.
Okay.
But there's like during the pandemic, like pretty much comedy shut down for like a while. So like
really?
I didn't go up. Like I went up like in March and then didn't go up again until like October. And that was like the longest break I'd had in stand up for like 5 years since I started.
Wow.
And it's still pretty slow. Like there's still like a couple maybe like maybe 1 or 2 shows a week, where before, I mean, you could go up 12 times a week if you wanted to, and there'd be shows every single night of the week. Now it's like 1 or 2, maybe some you might have to drive to like Marietta. So it's pretty slow right now, but I feel like once the vaccine happens, people are going to be out, and it'll be like let's go see comedy.
Yeah.
But as of right now, everyone's like, I don't want to get COVID for your terrible jokes. You know, it's you got to weigh the pros and the cons.
Yeah. And
But-
Instagram Reel coming out, I think, helps comedians too,
Yeah, yeah.
if that's something that you want to do.
I guess I feel like, so there's some people that did in-person sex work and then they went to like online sex work and they're great at it. Same thing with comedians, right?
Oh,
Some people are
okay.
like, I only like doing in-person comedy
Yeah.
because this is what I like doing. Some people are like, hell yeah, let me do like Instagram shit. Let me do stuff on YouTube. And those people are good at it.
That makes sense.
I haven't done one reel yet though.
You should do it.
It's like a TikTok, basically.
Yes, and then sometimes if you get on the explore page, it may get you out.
I'll see
there
I'll
to
see the I'll
different-
see the reels.
to different audiences. Yeah, so
I'm gonna make a reel
yeah,
today.
just try it. Yeah, just get out there.
Yeah.
You gotta try it. I mean, we're in the age of social media, unfortunately. You know, I think I'm gonna have to get a hand massager at some point because my Twitter fingers are they're just
God.
poops. Like,
Yeah.
and I think my hands, when I go to sleep at night, at this point, have turned into the shape of the phone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a massager. But we gotta jump on the wheel, man.
We gotta get online. We gotta get online.
We gotta get active.
Yeah. You start OnlyFans, I'll start doing reels.
No,
so we're gonna
gosh,
see where
no,
we're at. You know.
Lord. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Amori, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. This has been
Yes,
good.
Thank you so much for having me.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, do you want to plug any social media, anything at all for the people so they can find you out there?
Yes, just add me on my Twitter at Amori B. That is B with 2 E's.
Amori B with 2 E's?
Yes, and same handle on Instagram.
Okay, Amori B, Twitter, Instagram. Listeners, add her right now. Stop what you're doing. Stop driving the car. Hit that follow button.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you coming on, Amori.
All right.
Hell yeah. Listeners, we will be back later. That was my interview with Amori Bordeaux. Yo, shout out Amori. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. That was a lot of fun. Listeners, she just plugged it. I will plug it again. You can find her on Twitter, on Instagram at Amori B. That is Amori BEE. I will have a link to her Twitter, her Instagram in the show notes, in the Libsyn page. So make sure you hit that Libsyn page. Show her some love. As always, you can find us on Twitter, on Instagram at Full Service Pod. I am at Tank Funkadelic. If you enjoy the show, make sure you are subscribed on whatever platform you're listening to us on. If you could hit us with a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, write us a review. That would help us out so much. If you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/fullservicepod. You'll be able to hear interviews and episodes you cannot hear anywhere else. Shout out to everybody who's been part of the Patreon so far. It means so much. Especially the Outcall members. Fucking Max, Lorraine Bobbles, Bobby Brooks, Sweet Haley Grace. Fucking appreciate that so much. Shout out to you guys. Part of the Patreon team. We will be back next Tuesday. I'm feeling a solo episode. I feel like I've said that the past couple weeks, and I was like, hey, let's do an interview again. So I'm feeling a solo episode, but also you never really know. I might get to Saturday and be like, fuck it, let's go with the interview. So we'll see what happens. I will let you know, as always, on the old Twitter. So make sure you're following us at Full Service Pod. I hope you all have a great week. Hope everything's all right wherever you're at. Fucking, we're still in the old pandemic, but we'll still be here week after week, every Tuesday. I will see you then. Later. Full Service.